Hi, I'm Dr. Jessie John, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today we will discuss anatomy of the arm, especially we will discuss the anterior part of the arm. हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. First, we will discuss the cutaneous innervation. The upper medial surface of the arm is supplied by the lateral branch of the second intercostal nerve, and the lower medial surface of the arm is supplied by the medial cutaneous nerve of the arm. Lateral aspect of the arm is supplied by the upper lateral cutaneous nerve, and the posterior aspect is supplied by the posterior cutaneous nerve of the arm, a branch of the radial nerve. So we can see here the cutaneous innervation of the anterior part of or anterior compartment of the arm is supplied by the upper medial surface of the arm, is the second intercostal nerve, and the lower medial surface of the arm is supplied by the medial cutaneous nerve, and lateral aspect of the arm is supplied by the upper lateral cutaneous nerve, and posterior aspect is supplied by the posterior cutaneous nerve. Facial compartment of the upper arm is enclosed in a sheath of teeth fascia. Two facial septa here, the medial intermuscular septum and the lateral intermuscular septum. Medial intermuscular septum on the median side that extend from this sheath and attach to the medial supracondylar ridge of the humerus. And the lateral intercondylar septum situated on the lateral side, and it will extend from this sheath and attach to the lateral supracondylar ridge of the humerus. By this means, upper arm is divided into an anterior and a posterior facial compartment, each having its muscles, nerves, and arteries and veins. So we can see here, this is the medial intermuscular septum. In this picture, we can see very clearly, and the lateral intermuscular septum, and the whole arm is divided into two compartment, that is the anterior compartment and the posterior compartment. Every compartment has its specific muscles and specific nerves, arteries and vein, and now we will see the contents of the anterior compartment of the arm. We will see the muscles, that will be the biceps brachii, coracobrachialis and brachialis, and the blood supply is the brachial artery, and nerve supplied to the muscles, musculocutaneous nerve. Structure passing through the compartment, musculocutaneous, median and ulnar nerves, brachial artery, and basilic vein. The radial nerve is present in the lower part of the compartment. So these are the structures that is the content of the anterior compartment of the arm, muscles and arteries and the nerves. And principal muscles of the anterior compartment, the biceps brachii and coracobrachialis and brachialis muscles. Now we will see the muscles origin and insertion and their specific action. Biceps brachii muscles, the origin will be the long head from the supraglenoid tubercle of the scapula and short head of the biceps from the tip of coracoid process of the scapula, and it will insert into the posterior part of the tuberosity of the radius. The bicipital aponeurosis inserted into the deep fascia of the upper part of the medial side of the forearm. Nerve supply, it is supplied by the musculocutaneous nerve, and action supination of the forearm at the radioulnar joint, and the flexion of the forearm at the elbow joint, and the weak flexion of the shoulder joint. So these are the action of the biceps brachii muscles, and it is the important muscle of the anterior compartment of the arm. So these are the insertion point here, and this is the origin point, and we can see here there are long head and a short head. Now we will see the coracobrachialis muscles. It will take a origin from the tip of coracoid process of the scapula and insert it into the middle third of the medial side of the shaft of the humerus, and the muscular branch of the brachial artery will supply the blood, and musculocutaneous nerve will innervate the coracobrachialis muscle. And what will be the action of the coracobrachialis muscle? It will take a flexion of the shoulder joint, and it will take a weak adduction of the shoulder joint. So these are the origin, insertion, and the blood supply, nerve supply, and the action of the coracobrachialis muscle. We can see here this is the coracobrachialis muscle. This is the origin point, and this is the insertion point. Now we will see the brachialis muscles. Brachialis muscles, the origin. It will take the origin from the lower half of the anterior surface of the shaft of the humerus, and it will take the insert into the anterior surface of the coronoid process of the ulna. Now supply majority of the muscle from musculocutaneous nerve will innervate the brachialis muscle, and small lateral part from the radial nerve also innervate the brachialis muscle, and the strong flexion of the elbow joint, it is the action of the brachialis muscle. So this is the brachialis muscle. This is the fleshy area, belly area of the brachialis muscle, and it is a very short muscle. Take the uh, very lower part from of the humerus and insert into the ulnar tuberosity. Now, what we will see, what are the structure that passing through the anterior facial compartment of the arm. So these are the brachial artery, musculocutaneous nerve, median nerve, ulnar nerve. And we have earlier seen that all these things also innervate, also take the supply of all these muscles. So brachial artery beginning. The brachial artery begins at the lower border of the teres major muscle as a continuation of the axillary artery. So it is not a very extra artery, it is the axillary artery. But at this part, we will see this the axillary artery is the brachial artery. It provides the main artery supply to the arm. Termination or terminates opposite the neck of the radius by dividing into the radial and ulnar arteries. Relation anteriorly, the relation, the vessel is superficial and is overlapped from the lateral side by the coracobrachialis and biceps. The medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm lies in front of the upper part, and the median nerve crosses its middle part, and the bicipital aponeurosis crosses its lower part. Posteriorly, the artery lies on the triceps and coracobrachialis insertion and the brachialis. Medial, the ulnar nerve and the basilic vein in upper part of the arm, in the lower part of the arm, and median nerve lies on its medial side. Laterally, the median nerve and the coracobrachialis and biceps muscles above the tendon of the biceps lies lateral to the artery in the lower part of its course. Now we will see the branches of the brachial artery. Muscular branches of the anterior compartment of the upper arm, nutrient artery, profunda artery, the superior ulnar collateral artery, and inferior ulnar collateral artery. These are the branches of the brachial artery. You can see here, this is the artery, axillary artery, that will become the brachial artery here, and there are so many branches here. Musculocutaneous nerve, the origin of the musculocutaneous nerve from the lateral cord of the brachial plexus from C5, C6, 7. It runs downward and laterally pierces the coracobrachialis muscle and then passes downward between the biceps and brachialis muscle. It appears at the lateral margin of the biceps tendon and pierces the deep fascia just above the elbow. It runs down the lateral aspect of the forearm as the lateral cutaneous nerve of the forearm. So we can see here the lateral cutaneous nerve of the forearm. Branches of the musculocutaneous nerve: muscular branch, cutaneous branch, and articular branches. Muscular branches will be supplied to the biceps coracobrachialis and brachialis muscle, and cutaneous branch uh, supplies the skin of the front lateral aspect of the forearm down as far as the root of the thumb. Articular branches to the elbow joint. Median nerve: origin of the median nerve from the medial and lateral cord of the brachial plexus in the axilla, runs towards on the lateral side of the brachial artery. Halfway down the upper arm, it crosses the brachial artery and continues downward on its medial side. Now he is therefore superficial, but at the elbow it is closed by the bicipital aponeurosis. Median nerve has no branches in the palm except for a small vasomotor nerve to the brachial artery. So we can see here. Now this is the assessment by yourself, and you have to give the answer of these questions. So these are: first is what is the median nerve, and you have to explain it very in detail. And second question is what are the muscles of the upper arm, and you have to explain it detail, and you have to give their your answer by explaining the origin and insertion and the blood supply and nerve supply and the action of this particular muscle. So all of this about the contents of the anterior compartment of the arm. Thank you. Thank you so much.